welcome to today's video. I am really excited to film today because I saw this tag video created by Kate the Great and Sarah at Better Off Red. This is a tag video all about like content creators, some kind of behind the scenes questions. They came up with 17 questions that I thought were really fun. So I thought, why don't I give y'all my answers? Maybe you'd be interested in this. I'm going to have Sarah, Better Off Red, and Kate the Great linked down below in my description box. I subscribe to both of them. I love their content. They make really cool, fun content. So make sure you check them out if you're not already subscribed. You probably are, but if not, check them out. I think their videos were super fun. So we're going to go through these questions. I'm going to give you my answers. And if you are new here, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, tag videos, we're here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today because I do upload lots of videos every single week. Lots of videos. So if you're looking for fun makeup content, this is the place to be. But as I said, there are 17 questions to get through, so let's jump into it. How do you feel about the term influencer, and do you feel you are one? So if you are new here, I am a respiratory therapist, and I will say when people ask me, what do you do? When I'm meeting new people and I'm like, hey, my name is Heather, and they say, what do you do? I always say I'm a respiratory therapist. I never think to say, oh, I'm an influencer or anything like that. Even when people like compliment my makeup, I'm never like, oh my gosh, you should check out my channel. I don't ever think about it that way. So I'm sure my answer may be different if like YouTube was my full-time job and I wasn't working in the hospital anymore. So for me, it's kind of different, but I will say so how do you feel about the term influencer? It doesn't bother me because I'm not trying to influence you to buy things. And I think a lot of time that's what people think. They're like influencing to purchase. For me, I want to influence you to have fun and be confident. I cannot tell you how much it puts a smile on my face and how great I feel when I get a comment from somebody saying I've always wanted to wear colorful eyeshadow and I tried it today and I loved it. That makes me feel so good because I want you watching the video to have fun with your makeup and do whatever you want. Even if it's, I felt confident to leave the house wearing no makeup because I do that all the time. Listen, you are a 10 out of 10 no makeup. Full glam, you are 10 out of 10. Me too. We don't have to use makeup to look any better. We look amazing as it is, but if I can influence you to do the things you want to do, to have fun, to try things you want to try, that's what I like. So yeah, I think to a certain extent, everybody's an influencer in some way. Number 2, how did you decide to become a content creator? So I've talked about this a little bit before, but I love makeup. I love talking about makeup. I just love it. And I thought, surely there's people out there who just like me, not makeup artists, but we just love makeup. And I had toyed with the idea. My sister-in-law, my husband, my friends were like, you should make videos, you should make videos, you should make videos. But it was really, when my brother was like, why don't you start YouTube? That I was like, oh my gosh, why don't I start YouTube? It was just like, oh, okay, I should try this. I should put myself out there. I didn't buy any fancy equipment to start YouTube. I had a decent camera at the time and I was like, you know what? I'm going to set it up. I'm going to sit in front of a window and I'm going to see how it goes. Number 3, what's your experience with knowing other creators in life, good or bad? I try not to say that experiences are bad. Sometimes I take them as like a learning experience. I have only met 2 of my creator friends like face to face, and that has been Karen Harris. Of course, I went to Fargo last year. Actually, my husband and son came too. We went up there to meet Karen and Rel and went to her baby shower, and it was so fun. We hung out at her house. They showed us the city. Me and Karen got to film together. Like, it was so fun. And I also got to meet Angelica Nyqvist. We went to Cancun last month. Yeah, last month for a week, just me and her. It was amazing. And I will say, both with Karen and Angie, meeting them in real life was no different than talking to them on Marco Polo. I love the Marco Polo app. We chat every day. Like, they are some of my best friends. We talk every single day. And meeting them in real life was exactly the same. Like, it was no difference. So, amazing experiences. All of my friends that I talked to on Marco Polo, even though I haven't met them in real life, like, it's been so fun. There have been other creators that I've talked to, you know, in Instagram DMs and video chat and things like that. And there have definitely been people that, you know, when you get to know somebody more, not necessarily that they're a bad person or something happens that just, you know, ends the friendship. It's not always like that, but sometimes you meet people and you talk to people and you're getting to know them and you realize, like, okay, like, we maybe don't mesh well. We maybe don't have the same core values. We maybe don't I was going to say value the same things. We're just not really in alignment, so maybe we should go our separate ways. And I've definitely had experiences like that, and it's taught me something. It's taught me, like, hey, maybe before I like dive headfirst into a friendship, I should kind of like take my time, feel things out. You know, there have definitely been people I've chatted with like in DMs and things like that, and then I realized, like, oh, okay, like, they don't really want to be my friend, and that's fine too. Everything's just a learning experience, but I have to say, overall, it's been so positive, and I have made some of my best friends through creating content, which is wild. Number 4, do you accept sponsorships, and how do you feel about them? Yeah, absolutely. I think as a small content creator, brands will try to take advantage of you, and I think it's very important to like kind of keep your guard up with brands. And I love seeing my friends get sponsored by Sephora and Nordstrom and HelloFresh and Audible and Casetify and all these things. Like, I'm like, yes, go. Like, that is amazing to be able to work with these crazy cool brands. Of course, I'm very small. I have had a tiny few sponsorships that I have taken, but I've had an overall pretty good experience. Definitely have to say no to a lot. Listen, there are brands out there that are trying to like exploit. I mean, I have brands in my DMs. Can we send you a toothbrush and you're going to make us a dedicated video? And I'm like, what? What? Like, just crazy stuff. But overall, like, I love seeing great companies and great creators being able to partner together. Number 5, have you had an experience with a brand that left a bad taste in your mouth? Absolutely. I will not call out any brands specifically, but I will say, when I was less than 1,000 subscribers, I had a brand that was sending me products, and I was so excited. And as I began to grow a little bit, I started learning more. Of course, like we all do. When you start something, you know a little. The more you do it, the more you learn. And I let the brand know. I was like, hey, to be in compliance with the government, the FTC, I'm going to start disclosing that you sent me this product. I wasn't doing that before on Instagram. Like, I would post a picture of the product, and I never put like gifted or PR because I genuinely didn't know, and that was error on my part. I want to say at the time I had maybe like 900 Instagram followers, something like that. I want to say I was super small on YouTube, maybe like 500, and the brand went off on me. went off on me, told me that I was so small that nobody cared if I was honest, all this, and I was like, okay. At this point, you're calling my integrity into into question, because this is what I'm supposed to do, and you, what? Like, it was just so bizarre. So I felt horrible that I had not used hashtag gifted or whatever I was supposed to do. And then the fact that the brand just went completely off on me was crazy, because it's my integrity. I'm going to be in compliant with the law, okay? First of all, and it's my, what? It was crazy. I've had another brand that reached out to me and was like, we want to send you this and we want you to do this for us. And I was like, no. And they just went off on me, telling me that I'm not worth this, and this. Like, oh my gosh, y'all, it is crazy. It is crazy out here in the small YouTuber world. I'm sure huge creators deal with crazy stuff like that too. But yeah, there's so many brands that I'm just like, you know what? Never going to talk about it again. Never going to talk about it again. And the one brand that went off on me, telling me, you know, I shouldn't do this, I just went back through my Instagram and I just deleted everything I had ever posted about them, wiped them clean, and moved on. Number 6, how do you deal with negative comments? Sarah and Kate, like, they're here with the juicy questions. And for me, negative comments, it's like, block. Like, I don't care. I'll just block. Now, negative comments and constructive criticism are different. For me, I'm never going to criticize anybody else in their comment section. Like, why would I do that? It's just not nice. But if I have somebody who leaves a comment and they're like, oh, Heather, you know, I really don't care for your background. Maybe you could, like, paint your wall white, something like that. To me, that's not a negative comment. That's just somebody leaving me criticism on something that they didn't need to criticize. Like, I'm not trying to change myself to please people, so I'll just ignore that comment. It's whatever, you know what I mean? Or if somebody's like, oh, I hate that you're using that lipstick. It's so expensive. I don't like expensive makeup. Like, I just ignore the comment. But if somebody is coming to my channel and they're like, oh my gosh, LOL, I just can't help but laugh at the way you talk. It's so terrible. Oh my gosh, your accent. Like, I had to Google. I couldn't even understand what you're saying. And your bronzer is so unblended. And why would you ever go out of the house wearing your eyeshadow like that? Block. Because that is not nice at all. Like, it is not nice. This is the thing. This is my YouTube channel. You're invited to my YouTube channel. So if you came to my house, I invited you to my house, and you talk to me like I'm trash, you can leave. You can leave. I have no problem blocking people. I know there are some creators who are like, oh, I'll never block anybody. Not me. This is my house. This is my sanity, and you don't get to talk to me any type of way here. That's how I feel. So I just block people, block. There is a difference in, okay, that person's being a little bit rude. I don't really care. I'll just ignore comments. But if you're outright, like, hateful, blocked. Number 7, what is your biggest pet peeve when it comes to comments? Oh, my biggest pet peeve when it comes to comments. When people talk about me and not to me. Like, if somebody will comment like, does she know that blah, blah, blah? Or does anybody else think that she, and I'm like, who, me? Like, are you talking about me? Because it's my comment section. Are you talking to me? So, like, when people talk about me like they're not talking to me. And the other thing is, I've had to hide a few people who, like, share links under comments. Like, yeah, I just block out people sharing links because I've had really weird stuff. Like, if I say, like, oh my gosh, I really like this blush, this is so cool, and then somebody's in my comment section like, oh, I really want to try that blush, it looks so pretty, and then somebody else is replying in the comments like, oh, you should check out this, it's better, and you're like trying to manipulate like my subscribers in some way. Like, I feel protective of like my subscribers. I feel protective of y'all who watch me. So it's always like it's a big pet peeve when people are like trying to, I don't know, like manipulate my subscribers. Like, those people get immediately blocked. But yeah, the pet peeve, that's one. And two, like, when people compliment me by putting someone else down, those comments always get deleted. I don't like, it's a pet peeve when people say like, Heather, I love your videos so much. You're so much better than X, Y, or Z creator. Always deleted, because there's no need. We don't lift other people up by putting other people down. I hate that. Number 8, what is your favorite part of being a content creator? Getting to connect. I really like getting to connect. I like the whole process. What is your favorite part? I like getting to connect. Like, to me, it is so fun to upload content and then get to interact with y'all, to see what y'all think, to comment, talk about it. Like, I love judging new makeup every Sunday. It's a video I do. We talk about the new releases, and I love hearing what y'all think about products. Like, I love the connection aspect. So number 9 says, what is your least favorite part of being a content creator? I think it is very hard for me, as somebody who also works in the hospital and like I homeschool my son. It's the least favorite part is knowing when to stop working. It's very hard because my priorities are definitely my family, so work and homeschool, and then I'm doing YouTube, and it can be hard to turn it off. There have definitely been times where, you know, I'm up at midnight editing or even filming or getting stuff ready, and times where I'm up super early trying to film before work and film before my day, and I love it. Like, I want to be a hard worker, but it can be very hard to like know when to turn it off and rest. Do you edit your own content? And if so, do you enjoy it? Of course I edit my own content. I'm not making enough money to pay an editor. I have actually had editors reach out to me and send me their prices, and I just can't afford it. Point blank. I don't mind editing though. I'm not somebody who can sit down and edit multiple videos at once. I can usually edit one video. I don't love sitting down in front of a computer and staring at a screen for super long periods of time. So usually about one video is all I can edit, like in one sitting. But I don't mind editing. Like, it's part of the process that I do enjoy. Number 11, where do you draw the line in regard to sharing on social media? And I'm going to kind of combine this with question number 12. Name one thing you wish you knew when you were starting out. When I was starting out, I would upload lots of content talking a lot about my life. I would have Jackson in my videos, and I regret that. I wish I would have known that I would regret that one day. I went back and deleted like so many old videos because I'm like, I can't remember if I'm talking about my kid. And this is the thing. Children, even though they're okay, and I'm fine like posting on my Instagram story, or every once in a while if he literally just like pops in and says, hey, like that's fine. But children are not old enough to consent. And even if they say, yes, it's okay, I'll be in this video, they are not old enough to legally consent to being online. Kids are not content. And what I thought was like fun, and not that many people are watching my videos, and this is just my life. Like, I had vlogs back in the day. Like, I did a beach trip vlog. I did like a fair vlog. All of those I went back and deleted, and I just wish that I would have never done those. Like, those just need to be private, because I do have people, even though I have clearly said in videos, like, you know, I'll share that I homeschool my kid, I'll share certain things about my family, but that's all I'm going to share. I'll still have people in the comments like, where exactly do you live? Like, you say you live here, and I even had somebody that was like, not trying to be creepy, but, and then people like asking questions about my kid, and I just, like, I'm sure some people do not have ill intentions, but yeah, it's just odd when people on the internet are asking about your child, you know? Like, it's fine to be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, but to be like asking specific questions about where I live and my kid, like, yeah, that I definitely draw the line there. I love to share, I love to be open, but there's some things that are private. Number 13, is there any change you'd like to make to your content in the future? And I have to say, not really. I make the content that I like to make. I really enjoy the videos I put out, and that's how I want to keep it. I want to make videos that I want to make, and I want to make videos that y'all want to watch. Those two things need to go hand in hand. You know, I'm not looking to make any like significant changes to my content. Number 14, what company or collab is your dream? I'm kind of living my dream right now. I actually did film this look. It will be coming later, but this is my Heather Austin and Adept palette. Sorry, this is my messy one that I've been using and swatching and using. But this is launching on Friday, and this is like a dream to me. I would love to continue working with brands in the future. I would love to continue making products. Like, I cannot tell you what a dream come true this has been. I have enjoyed all of it. I have enjoyed the creative process. I need to film a video like telling y'all more about like the process, because I've loved every minute of it, and I'm like, okay, what can I make next? Like, it's just so fun. So I'm kind of living my dream right now. 15, what other creator do you admire or want to work with? Thankfully, I have gotten to work with and collab with some of my favorites. I just talked about my friends earlier. You know, I've had like so much fun, but if I'm looking outside of beauty YouTube, I really admire Kendall Rae. She does true crime videos, and even her husband Josh, like, I love their podcast and stuff, but she does true crime in a way that's not just about like telling a story. She encourages people to be active true crime listeners. She's always sharing like ways to donate to victims' families. She is sharing ongoing cases, ongoing investigations. Like, I've been able to sign so many petitions and donate and like help get cases reopened. She talks about active missing person case file. Like, I just admire that so much, because I see the work that she puts in. I see how consistent she is, and I see that she is actively trying to make a difference. Listen, her and Josh also donate a ton of money, and I'm like, listen, they are putting their money where their mouth is, and I think that is so cool. So I definitely admire them. I love watching anti-MLM content. That is my favorite. And not just that, but all content where they're exposing cults and other types of scams. So I definitely admire like CC Suarez, Savannah Marie, Jessica Hickson, Deanna Mims, Isabella Lanter. Like, I'll link them all down below for y'all so y'all can check them out. But I think it takes a lot to put yourself out there and call people out for scamming, especially when they talk about like the faith manipulation and a lot of these cults and scams. That it just takes a lot. It takes a lot to call out people who are preying on people in vulnerable situations. So I love watching that content. But I mean, all my YouTube friends I admire so much, because I'm friends with so many beauty creators who are so consistent and hardworking. You know, I talked earlier about work-life balance and trying not to work all the time, and that's not an issue that's unique to me. Like, there are so many beauty YouTubers who are working, and yeah, I admire. I have so many friends who are such hard workers, who are so honest, who are like genuinely care about other people. I admire a lot of people. Number 16 says, what type of content do you hate? And I mean, for me, if I watch something and I don't like it, like, I just click off of it. It's not that hard. It's just click off. But I don't know. Is there any type of content that I hate? That's a hard one, because I don't watch what I don't like. Number 17, have you ever had to deal with cancel culture? If so, how? I don't think so. Then again, I don't actively search out things about myself. Why in the world would I do that? I don't know. So I don't think so. Okay, those are all the questions. Make sure you check out Kate and Sarah. They will be linked down below. I'll also put all the questions down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did film this eye look. It will be coming soon. I will list all the details about my collab down there as well, and the rest of the makeup that I'm wearing. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had fun answering these questions, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!